Today let's talk about expat haters. Social media has raised a crop of cowards. And not just here, but everywhere. I'll give you an example. I was playing a game, online game, a war game, and there was a lot of Filipinos that played that game as a large group, and a lot of other types of groups also. But you could log in on any given time and you would see particularly North Americans and Filipinos trashing each other constantly. Not about the game, but just in general. Facebook has created this huge legion of cowards. In the past, when you had an issue, you would talk to that person. You might call them on the phone, but generally it was a face-to-face. And so you really need to feel it in order to work up the courage to do that sort of thing. But today you've got all these, we'll call them keyboard warriors, that are anonymous because they're sitting behind a computer screen. And that's emboldened them to do and say things that is beyond civility. And it's no different here in Ecuador. You have a lot of Facebook sites, Facebook pages designed for expats, and it'll have a mixture. There'll be Ecuadorians in there also. There's one that's got about 10,000 people. There's another one that's 3,000 people. So there's pretty broad audiences on those. And so as a result, you've got all these anonymous people, and they don't know you, but they could decide to just hate you or troll you anyway, without knowing anything about you except whatever your Facebook name is. There's a few different types of people like that. There's the I know more than you person. And we can all have a different experience doing the same thing, but they don't count that. Example, I can go to a restaurant, you can go to a restaurant, say on a different day, and we could have very different experiences. When I went to get my visa, I had all kinds of problems. I came prepared. I completely fulfilled the list, but I would go in and they would give me rules that didn't even exist in writing, and I would have to go chase that. And after I got through chasing that, I'd come back and they'd say, oh, you don't have to worry about that. You don't need it. It went on and on and on. During the course of that, of course, it was a mess. Other people come in, take care of it themselves, in and out, no problem, and they have a wonderful experience. So my experiences are real, they're legitimate. It's possible that you could run into the same thing. Somebody else's experience is completely valid. I have no doubt that's what happened. The problem comes when you have people jump in and say that they're full of it or I'm full of it. No, we're not full of it. We just have a different experience. We may have a different experience with a taxi. Now, I've had some taxis pass me by because I'm a gringo. Does it happen very often? No, it's very rare. In the course of a year, I think I saw it maybe twice. Other people don't have that experience at all. Maybe some people have had it more than I have. So that can color the view that we have of a taxi service. So let's understand right from the get-go that different experiences can yield different results and different opinions. The people who know more than you don't take that into account. They know it all and they discount anything else that anybody has. Whatever experience they have, it's wrong if it differs from their experience. They become the self-appointed expert. And they judge you based on years here. So let's say, for example, you've been here 2 years. Well, maybe they've been here 4 years. Therefore, they automatically are correct in their point of view. Now, those 4 years, they may have been camped out in Gringolandia and never set foot outside of it. In your 2 years, maybe you've traveled everywhere and have all kinds of... It doesn't matter. They simply base it on how long they've been here, and that's the end of that. The ironic thing about the people that know it all, they're the ones that are most likely to give out the worst advice. Probably because they have a closed mind and they only operate from their own experience. They don't listen to other people's experience and get a broader view of what's going on. So from their closed little mind, them having to be right all the time, they're giving out advice that is very often incorrect. Beware of those. There's also the lifestyle oppressor. If you don't hate the USA, think Ecuador is flawless. If you don't eat raw everything, or worship at the feet of an all-knowing shaman, then they consider you ignorant. And so if you post anything that they happen to see, and if it doesn't fit into one of those little categories of what they consider to be cool or, the proper lifestyle, then they're going to troll you, or they're going to hate on you because you're ignorant. They're so much more intelligent than you, and you don't have any place in this world to even have an opinion. So you can find these types of people on Facebook really daily. So go to these sites, look on there, read through some of these comments, and you're going to see those. And after a while, you get to know the ones that are generally going to do that. No matter what you say, they're going to pop up, and they're going to have some, usually a negative comment. They maybe discount you, tell you you don't have any heart, you don't have any feelings, whatever. And I try to take that view with other people. They can have a completely different experience. If I could have a wish, if I could be like Robin Williams in Aladdin and just call on him to, rub the lantern and make a wish. I wish there was room for everyone's experience. I wish we could love Ecuador on its own merits and not have to hate the USA in order to do it. I wish people were as fast to care as they were to hate. I'll make you this promise. I won't hate you because you're a socialist-loving, vegan-eating, mystical-worshipping, dope-smoking hippie throwback. If you won't hate me for being a human that loves God and country, loves freedom from governments, and enjoys a nice burger. Got a deal?
You know you could.